chosen one. They looked at you and could not believe what they saw. Not because you changed dramatically overnight, because something about you does not match what they expected. Your age does not match your energy. Your looks do not match what you have been through. Your glow does not match the battles you survived, and it is confusing them deeply. Because by their calculation, you should look tired, you should look worn, you should look like everything that happened to you. But you do not, and they cannot explain it. What they expected to see. They expected the evidence of every hard season written on your face. They expected the weight of everything you carried to show up in how you moved. They expected the years to have taken what years usually take. They expected to see someone who looked exactly like what they went through, because that is how it usually works. Hard seasons leave marks, battles leave scars, time takes its toll, and people who have been through what you have been through usually look like it, but you do not, and that is what shocked them. Why you look the way you look. It is not luck, it is not genetics alone. It is the peace you chose when bitterness was more available. It is the joy you protected when the enemy tried to steal it. It is the rest God gave you in the middle of seasons that had no natural rest in them. It is what happens when a person chooses healing over and over again instead of carrying wounds that age everything they touch. Bitterness ages people. Unforgiveness ages people. Anxiety ages people. Hatred ages people, but peace, genuine God-given peace, does something different. It preserves, it restores, it keeps something alive in a person that hard seasons try to extinguish, and you kept that alive through everything, and it shows. On your face, in your eyes, in the way you carry yourself, in the energy you bring into every room. What the shock reveals about them. They measured your life by their own experience of what difficulty produces, and by their measurement, you should look different. You should look older, more tired, more defeated, more marked by time. But their measurement does not account for God. It does not factor in what happens to a person who walks through fire with God beside them, who chooses peace when chaos surrounds them, who keeps their heart soft when hardening would have been easier. Their measurement is based on a life without that variable, and you have lived with that variable every single day, which is why the result does not match their calculation. What God preserved in you, your joy, the deep kind, not dependent on circumstances, not borrowed from good days, built from the decision to find something to be grateful for, even in the hardest seasons. Your softness, in a world that rewards hardness, you kept your heart open, kept your capacity to feel, kept your ability to love freely even after being hurt. And that softness shows up as warmth, as approachability, as a light that draws people toward you. Your vitality, the life in you, did not diminish with every hard season. It deepened because God was adding to you in every season that tried to take from you. And what He adds cannot be taken by time, cannot be worn down by difficulty, cannot be aged by circumstances. It just keeps growing, more visible, more undeniable with every year that passes. What this says about the path ahead. If this is what you look like after everything you have been through, imagine what is coming. If past fire produced this glow, what will the next season of favor produce? If walking through difficulty with God beside you left you looking like this, what will walking through abundance with God beside you produce? The best is not behind you, it is ahead, and the version of you that steps into what is coming is going to carry something even more undeniable than what is already turning heads. Final word. Your looks and your age shocked them because they do not add up by any natural calculation. And they never were supposed to, because your life was never a natural story. It was always a God story. And God stories do not follow natural rules. They follow a different set entirely, where what should have broken you built you instead, where what should have aged you refined you instead, where what should have left marks left light instead. Keep walking in that light. Keep choosing the peace that preserves what time usually takes. Keep letting God be what produces your glow, because what He produces only gets better with every year that passes. In the comments write, "God preserved me and it shows," or the number 444, or "I glow because of what God did in me, not despite it." Subscribe and stay close. Chosen one. They were shocked by what they saw, and they should be, because what God does with a willing heart is always more beautiful than anything the world expected. Amen.
What happens when people cannot explain your glow? They start asking questions, not always out loud, but internally. What is different about this person? Why do they look like that? Why do they carry themselves that way? Why does their presence feel different from everyone else in the room? And when they cannot find a natural answer, they go looking for one. Some will ask you directly, "What is your secret? What do you use? What do you do differently?" Genuinely curious about the source of something they can feel but cannot name. And your answer will be the most powerful testimony you ever give, not from a stage, in a casual conversation where someone looked at you and could not reconcile what they saw with what they expected. And you got to say, "God did this. Not my effort, not my routine, not my strategy. God." That testimony, delivered in that moment, will plant something in them that no sermon could have reached, because they saw the evidence first before they heard the explanation. And evidence always lands deeper than argument alone. Others will not ask, but they will watch. They will observe how you move, how you respond to difficulty, how you treat people, how you handle what comes against you, and what they observe will quietly challenge everything they believed about what life produces in people. Over time, your life, your face, your presence is a walking argument for a different way of living, one that produces something the world did not expect and cannot stop looking at. What your age represents in God's economy. In the world's economy, age is subtraction. Every year takes something: energy, vitality, opportunity. The world treats aging as a slow diminishing of what was once available. But in God's economy, age is addition. Every year adds something: wisdom that only experience produces, depth that only time creates, a settledness that only seasons build, a credibility that only survival earns. Every year you have lived with God added something to you that cannot be bought, cannot be rushed, cannot be faked by someone younger who has not yet walked what you walked. The years did not take from you, they built you. And what God builds does not depreciate with time, it appreciates. It becomes more valuable, more impactful, more undeniable with every year that passes. Which is why your age shocks people, because they expected subtraction and got addition instead.
What the glow attracts, not just attention, the right attention, from the right people, at the right time. People in positions of influence who recognize something in you that tells them, this person is worth investing in, this person is worth connecting to, this person carries something that is rare enough to be worth pursuing. People who are searching for something real in a world full of performance, who see in your glow not a product, but a person who has found something genuine and want to know what it is. People who are assigned to your purpose, who were waiting for the version of you that carries this kind of light, because their assignment required a connection with someone who had been through enough to carry what you carry and radiate what you radiate. The glow is not just aesthetic, it is a beacon calling toward you everyone God assigned to the next chapter of your story. why this is only the beginning. What you carry right now is not the peak. It is the foundation of something that is only going to grow as you step into the next season, as the purpose God restored begins to fully activate, as the people He assigned come into your life, as the provision He prepared begins to flow. What is already visible on you is going to become even more undeniable, because the external glow is always a reflection of the internal work, and the internal work is not finished. God is still building, still refining, still adding layers that have not yet fully surfaced. And as each layer surfaces, what people see when they look at you will become more striking, more unexpected, more impossible to explain without acknowledging that something supernatural is happening in and through this person who was supposed to look different by now, but instead looks like exactly what God promised: a life fully surrendered, fully preserved, fully reflecting the one who made it.
What do you need to protect? The peace that produces the glow. It is not automatic. It is a choice made daily, sometimes hourly, in the moments when anxiety tries to settle, in the moments when bitterness offers itself as a reasonable response to what you went through, in the moments when unforgiveness feels more justified than release. Choose peace every time. Because peace is not just good for your soul, it is good for your face. It is good for your energy. It is good for the atmosphere you carry into every room. Protect the joy. The enemy knows that your joy is connected to your glow, and he will send situations specifically designed to steal it. Guard it, not naively, wisely. Know what drains it and limit access. Know what restores it and prioritize those things. Your joy is not a luxury. It is a weapon and a testimony that the seasons that tried to take it failed. Stay close to God, because the source of the glow is the source of everything, and distance from the source always shows, the same way closeness shows. Stay in the presence, stay in the word, stay in the prayer, stay in the worship that keeps you close to the one whose presence is literally changing how you look to everyone around you. A word for the ones who do not yet see it in themselves. You read this and wondered if it was really for you, because when you look in the mirror, you do not always see what others are seeing. You still see the tired moments, the hard seasons, the evidence of everything you have been through more clearly than you see the glow that other people notice. This is normal. We are always our own harshest critics, always more aware of what we feel we are lacking than what we are actually carrying. But God wants you to know what other people see when they look at you is real. It is not their imagination. It is not flattery. It is the evidence of what He has been doing in you for longer than you realize. And the reason you cannot always see it is because you are too close to it, the way you cannot see the beauty of a mountain when you are standing on it, but everyone in the valley below can see it clearly. You are the mountain, and what God built in you is visible to everyone, standing far enough back to see the full picture. Trust what they are seeing. It is more accurate than what your self-criticism allows you to acknowledge.